the Cottonwood County Citizen proudly presents Athlete of the Week. Brought to you this week by Windham Area Hospital. Our vision, improving health and customer experience through individualized quality care, visionary leadership, and progressive teamwork. Call 507-831-2400. Dedicated to health, it's Windham Area Hospital. I'm joined right now by Windham Junior Luke Gilbertson, our Athlete of the Week this week. Congratulations, Luke.
Thank you, Joel.
Let's go back to the Redwood Valley game on Thursday, and you guys go up to Redwood Valley, and as a pitcher, that is always a delicate proposition because that is a hitter's ballpark, to be sure.
Yeah, it's definitely a treat and a not so good treat to go up there sometimes. Depends if the wind's blowing out or blowing in. I mean, it just depends on the night. Thursday, we were lucky enough to have the wind blowing in that night. I know I was thanking my lucky stars. I gave up a home run there last year to one of their guys that was back again this year and made sure to throw him a few more sliders and curveballs than I did last year.
Your role this year as a pitcher has really been a little bit unusual. And I think as a whole, the pitching staff as a whole this year has been a little bit unusual in that it has been much more pitcher by committee, and Schlo has really embraced pitcher by committee, and a lot of that has to do with the pitch count rule. Tell me about your new role in the pitching staff.
Well, I went from being a starter to about every other game with Sam last year to kind of going into that closing role and coming in when Schlo needs me and different things. And I was kind of in that role when I was younger too, coming in late in games and kind of trying to shut it down. And so I've been accustomed to it a little bit, but from last year was definitely a big switch to going back to different games. And I mean, our pitching staff has done a pretty good job this year. We've had a few slips here and there. But I think pitcher by committee is, one of the best ways to go, so you keep everybody healthy and keep everybody fresh for the next game coming up if you need them. Sometimes.
It's been an interesting year for you guys this year because I think that the dynamic of the team, it's actually been very, it's a very positive feeling when I've been around in the dugout. And even though you guys haven't been hitting the ball all that well much of the year, the timely hits have been there. And you guys have been able to manufacture some runs. And guys in the lineup getting on base in front of you has really kind of been the key for you.
Yeah, we got a great atmosphere in the dugout. It's just, no one guy is sitting in there mad he's not playing, mad he's not getting more part of the team, because everybody kind of knows their role and loves being a part of this team. We got guys coming in the mornings that want to be there, want to be at the ballpark on a Saturday, Sunday afternoon. And I don't know, two hits that come to my mind are Kobe and Trent, and on that Saturday doubleheader that we had, Trent's being against Fairmont and Kobe's being against Blue Earth. Those guys have put in a lot of time, along with a lot of other guys. Trent put in a lot of time this winter, and that was huge and awesome to see him get a hit like that, being a senior, and it was so fun. And those games, when they happen, that's what kind of brings the atmosphere to a whole nother level. Keeps building in the dugout, and that's awesome to have for every game. And
you guys really have an interesting mix of, you've got some seniors, but the seniors that you have, really other than Homer, really haven't seen a whole lot of varsity time. So in a lot of ways, it's kind of an all-new team this year, and really I think that the mindset of the team and the attitude in the dugout really reflects that. It's a very fun-loving group.
Yeah, I don't know, most of us, minus that senior group, have all played with each other for, I don't know how many years, probably 6, 7, 8, somewhere in there, and those seniors, they're a good add to us. They fit in well. They fit where the positions need to be filled. They fit where the lineup needs to be filled. And it was kind of a good thing that we had those guys left because, like you said, some of them haven't been playing a lot in the past years besides Homer, and Trent's really stepped up, and A-Rod's got a hit or two here when he needs to, and I mean, Bristow has come in to pitch a few games when we need him to, and different things like that. It makes for a lot of fun when those guys can step up to the next level when they need to. And like I said, Trent's hit against Fairmont it's fun to see that because he's never truly experienced that, and then he gets that hit, and it's amazing.
Looking ahead, you guys open the playoffs on Saturday. Looks like Mother Nature is finally going to cooperate this weekend. You might get some nice weather, and you head to Laverne and you face a Martin County West team that you didn't see during our tournament, but they were here, and maybe you got a little bit of a scouting report.
Yeah, finally we get to play, like you said, some good weather, and we got to play up on a beautiful field up there too. Yeah, granted we'd rather be at home, but it's not like we're playing on some, grounded, awful field or whatever you want to say. But we get to play up on a nice field, nice atmosphere up there, and we saw them play a little bit. They struggled against Fairmont. They played pretty well against Blue Earth. So we kind of got, I think, the best of both worlds. We saw them play pretty good, and we saw them not play so good. So we'll see what we can do. But anybody's top pitcher can, beat almost anybody. So you're not so sure. We'll have to see, and we can't overthink things kind of like we did last year a little bit.
Yeah, I was going to say, how does the first round loss last year play into the mindset on Saturday? Because I imagine that it takes a little bit of a different approach for you guys.
Yeah, I think Schlo, in how many years he's coached, he learned a little bit from last year, and that's great. You're always learning, and I think we did too as a team, and all the guys that were there last year and coming back. If you were there, you kind of saw how loose Red Rock was. They were, hooting and hollering, kind of a little cockiness to them.
And they got off to a fast start.
Exactly, and now, did we know they were hitting hot late? We really didn't in those last 5 games that they had. We beat them 11-1 beginning of the game. We think we're kind of got an easy one here, and that's where this year we just can't take anybody for granted, and we kind of got to play a smart way about it, and hopefully do the best we can there. Have to say, my freshman year, playing on that 22-5 team, whatever we played on, sweeping Jackson, Laverne for the first time, and I don't know, Schlo said just about in his career and his 20 years or whatever he's been coaching. And that was pretty big for me coming in as a freshman, seeing that, and kind of set the tempo for me to know what Wyndham baseball is kind of about. Black Betty. I probably have to say Kobe Lovell, just because all the gaming battles that we've had and different things. I don't know. He's just it's back and forth between me and him. I don't know. He might be a little bit better than me, but I'd probably say him, to be honest. It's just always fun and competitive with me and him. I like to have fun to a certain extent, but there comes a time I get on people once in a while, and they may not like that, but I'm trying to get people to be the best they can be, and if that means I gotta yell a little bit, then I'm gonna get on you for it. But they just have to realize I'm gonna be your buddy at the end of the day. I'm not gonna hold a grudge on you, and I hope they can say the same to me. Hanging out with my friends, playing some video games, maybe golfing. I realize you said that sports, but it's really not sport for me. It's kind of more of just going out and having a fun afternoon, playing some golf.
Well, that should be all I need. Thanks for joining us, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Brought to you this week by Wyndham Area Hospital. Our vision, improving health and customer experience through individualized quality care, visionary leadership, and progressive teamwork. Call 507-831-2400. Dedicated to health, it's Wyndham Area Hospital.